Here we are. Here we are on Sunday evening. I am delighted. I see faces who were here this morning, so you know you're in for a treat. If you were not with us this morning, you are in for a treat. And for those of you watching from home or watching the recording later, what a gift it has been to have Reverend Fairy, Elaine Silver, and her gift of music, prayer through music, and really helping us land with our own sense of the sacred. So we are overjoyed to have you here, and I hope you'll come back again. Before we even get through the evening, I want to make sure you're going to come back again.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Date. All right.
All right, so without further ado, let's give a warm welcome.
So I live in Florida, and I live not too far from Siesta Key in Sarasota. I had a friend visiting, so we decided we were going to go down to Siesta Key Beach and watch the sunrise. Now, if you know where Sarasota is, you know that it's on the west coast of Florida, typically known for sunsets, not sunrise. But if you have your back to the Gulf of Mexico, and you know which buildings to look in between, you can get a little bit of a sunrise. So we had a friend with us, and you know how the sun doesn't wait for you to be ready for it to come up. It just comes when it comes. And my husband and my friend were kind of dilly-dallying, and I'm like, I'm walking on the sand, and it's a big beach. I'm walking, and I wanted to make sure I got to see that sunrise, and I'm singing, "Here comes the sun," and that's going on in my head. Then all of a sudden, I had an epiphany, and I thought, wait a minute. The sun doesn't come to us. We go to the sun via planet Earth. And then the song started to come out, and when I got home, I wrote it. It's called Moving into the Sunrise. I'm moving into the sunrise. The earth is bringing me there. We're moving into the sunrise. It lights up everywhere, 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 everywhere. That's your part, just everywhere, 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 like this. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. I'm moving into the sunrise. The earth is bringing me there. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere, 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 everywhere. I'm moving into the sunrise. The earth is bringing me there. The light is of the infinite. Each one holds a candle. The light is of the infinite. It gives us only what we can handle. I'm moving into the spirit. My soul is bringing me there. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere, 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 everywhere. God is everywhere. I'm moving into the sunrise. I'm moving into the spirit. We're moving into the spirit. It lights up everywhere. And so it is. Yay! So you know how there's gifts everywhere? No matter, you can always find gifts. And I know I said to this group when I was being recorded on Zoom from my studio office on my desk, and I did a program called The High Watch, always looking for the high watch, knowing that everything is eventually happening for the highest and best. And when COVID hit, I couldn't go to the YMCA anymore. I couldn't do my aerobic dancing and whatever else I did there. And, Pilates reformer, that's right. Couldn't do that. And so my husband got my bicycle out of the shed, and I had only ridden my bicycle maybe 5 times in the last 20 years. I used to take it with me on the road. That was my exercise. And so we got the bicycle out, and it just transformed me. I mean, I started riding my bicycle every morning for an hour. I'm still doing it pretty much about 6 days a week for an hour after I swim for 45 minutes. So it's been really powerful to find gifts. And so I was riding. We have a levee in Sarasota, and I was riding on the levee, and there's not usually people there, but I noticed some people down the way. And now, I'm usually pretty good with my thoughts, but I must have picked up on something, because I thought to myself, if they mug me, they'll get $20 in my cell phone. I'm like, I thought that? Wait a minute. I'm going, cancel. But when they're coming towards me, I don't normally think like that. But they're coming towards me, I'm going towards them. And when I got up to them, I noticed it was a woman and a man, and he was walking a few steps ahead of her. And I have a feeling they were arguing. And so I may have picked up on the vibe. And so, of course, me, I'm saying hello to everybody. Oh, good morning, on the bike, good morning. Oh, what a cute dog. And it's like, being in COVID, no mask, because I'm outside, I'm seen, I'm heard. It was good for me. So, even though I do have compassion for people who suffered and lost, I mean, I'm sorry about that. So I said, good morning. And it was as if I wasn't even there. And so me, with my Scorpio, as I'm riding away, I go, what am I, invisible? So, and then, as soon as I said that, I started to write a song, and it came out. It's called Invisible Woman. It goes like this. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman, and I got superpowers. Come on, everybody. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman, and I got superpowers. My power is my consciousness. My power is my happiness. My power is my gratefulness. My power is my gracefulness. My power is my mindfulness. My power is my joyfulness. My power is my peacefulness, flowing in and out of bliss. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman, and I got superpowers. The love I share and the grace I show brings me to that sacred flow. I know how to shift and grow, and I'm an empowered woman. Life is full of challenges, and life is a game that can be played, turning lemons to lemonade. I'm an empowered woman. The power is at my command. My power is my consciousness. My power is my happiness. My power is my gratefulness. My power is my gracefulness. My power is my mindfulness. My power is my joyfulness. My power is my peacefulness, flowing in and out of bliss. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman. I'm an invisible woman. And I got superpowers. I got superpowers. I got superpowers. There you go. Don't judge by appearances. You never know what kind of gifts are going to show up. And so late September, I have a group of women that I used to live on the East Coast for 4 years. I always lived in Sarasota. I was always homesteaded there, but we moved to West Palm for my husband's job from mid-2014 to mid-2018, and then he retired, and he retired as an engineer working with NASA, so pretty cool. So I made a bunch of friends over there, and we used to meet once a month at one of the women's homes, and then when COVID hit, we started to do Zoom every week, and I meet with them pretty much every Tuesday. And my one friend, her name is Gurunam Khalsa, she's a Sikh. She's very creative, very loving. She started to write haiku poetry. And not long after, I caught the bug. I was like, wow. I could not stop writing them. I have hundreds and hundreds of haikus. And does everybody know what it is? Well, if you don't, I know there's probably maybe one person that doesn't know. You know, it's a form of poetry that began in Japan, and typically it was about nature and what was going on in the moment, but I guess I do haiku fusion, and I just write about anything, just noticing, but the form is 3 lines. It's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. And I have a book coming out I'm going to call Haiku High 575. A book of 575 haiku poems. So, you know, I want to just read you a few of them that I just happen to have with my music. And it says, I love to wake up early every morning so I can catch the worm. We make our own luck by merely being prepared at the perfect times. If I fool myself into feeling happy and that works, then so what? A good mood begins with a smile that can become full-fledged happiness. And here's a real good one. Trying to stop the river of thought just dams it. Let's see, I have a few more. Our subconscious mind hears everything even when we are not awake. And then a couple more. Let's see. When life shows up hard, what is there for me to know? Trust the process. You know, that's a really good message. Whenever we're in a situation with someone, there's a conflict or a hardship, ask the question, not what should I do, but what is there for me to know? Like, what can be revealed to me? I'm going to end with that. I'm going to end with that one, and I'm going to do my song that I wrote called Haiku Poetry. It doesn't end. And so many of my songs are in this A minor thing. So that's okay. Not all of them are, but lately. And this song just kept writing itself and writing itself. Haiku poetry's in my blood. Haiku poetry comes from up above. Haiku poetry deep within me. Haiku poetry's all around me. Haiku poetry's in my brain. Haiku poetry keeps me fully sane, finding answers in the 575. Haiku poetry's keeping me alive. Haiku poetry is energy. It touches upon infinity, and it links me to my divinity. Haiku poetry all around me. Ooh. Energy is healing, energy is revealing, energy is the feeling of spirit everywhere. Energy is strengthening, energy brings lengthening to all of our precious moments, and life becomes a prayer. Haiku poetry's in my dreams. Haiku poetry tells me what I mean, and sharing secrets that I used to keep. I'm awakening as I sleep. Haiku poetry's in my soul. Haiku energy, don't have to lose control. Choices are mine and they're up for grabs. I'm choosing joy and it sure feels fab. Yeah, 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 yeah. Haiku poetry's in my bones. Haiku poetry won't leave me alone. Haiku poetry deep within me. Haiku poetry's all around me. And so it is. Haiku poetry. Thank you. Thank you. So, an older song, 2006. I know I've done this here a lot of times. You know, I had my heart broken in lots of times, in 2005. And I just found a lot of solace in just looking around me and writing. And so I declared myself. I am the ocean. I am the sea. I know the greatest power lives within me. And for me, when I'm in that place where stuff is just coming through, nothing feels better. That's manna. And that's how I manifest. Putting myself in that high vibratory place. So let's see. Your part goes like this. I am, 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 I am. Try it with me, you know the words, just 2 words. Here we go. I am. Let me hear you. I am. greatest power. I know the great flows through my hands, flows through my hands. I know the greatest power. I know the greatest power flows through my hands. I know the greatest power is at my command. I know the greatest power is at my command. All right, let me see, what else do I have? What do I feel? Oh, I want to do this song. You know, I'm from Florida. Well, I'm from New Jersey first. And you know what they say? You can take the girl out of New Jersey, but you can't take the New Jersey out of the girl. But my friend Mindy Simmons wrote this, and she passed away very unexpectedly in February. And so I learned this to sing at her memorial. There were 3 of them. There were more than that. She's very, very well loved and well known in the Florida folk music scene. And she wrote this song a while ago. We used to sing it. We were a duo for a long time. I mean, a long time, not that long, a long time ago in 2003. We were the folk divas. And she wrote a song called Ain't Florida Neat. And she was also quite an environmentalist. Ain't Florida Neat. And she was so funny. Oh, we got roaches the size of Texas, and they got wings so they can fly. They're full of protein, you think I'm kidding? Hey, my mom can feed an army with her sweet palmetto pie. Yum, yum. We got fire ants, those cute little fire ants. They're so tiny, why they can't hurt a thing. But then they'll swarm you, no they don't warn you. They all get set, get ready, one blows a whistle in unison, they sting right up to your kneecaps. We got seaweed in our bathing suit. We got sand spurs in our feet. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, swatting sandflies and mosquitoes. Ain't Florida neat? Yeah, mosquitoes, we got mosquitoes. And all the females suck your blood and make you itch. It's satisfying, no I ain't lying. When one bites you, you slap her dead and say, I got you, bitch. Then this is so funny. Then there's love bugs. I hate love bugs. Well, let's see. Is there a stronger word than hate? A bug that gets it way more than I do. You know they're hooked up for a lifetime. I can't even get a date. Oh, man. Yeah, we got red tide in our oceans. There's rotten fishes down on the beach. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, fighting gators for our golf balls. Ain't Florida neat? Yeah, we got reptiles, oh, lots of reptiles. We got snakes and frogs and gecko lizards too. They eat the insects, so they have my full respect. Yeah, I'd hate to live in Florida without them, wouldn't you? We got seaweed in our bathing suits. We got sand spurs in our feet. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, dodging possums on the highways, fighting gators for golf balls, racing snowbirds for parking. Ain't Florida neat? Andy Simmons, my buddy. right, so I'm going to do one of my songs that's called Sustainability. I was a solar activist in Florida. I had so many people sign petitions to make solar easier to get and not have FPL make all the money. I used to hear about we hear about fossil fuels, right? What the heck is a fossil fuel? What is fossil fuel? I was like, what is that? Well, it comes from organic material that's in the ground. And a lot of that organic material comes from dinosaurs. Sustainability. Leave the dinosaurs in the ground. Keep the fossils from being found. We have wind and we have water and the power of the infinite sun. Leave the dinosaurs in the earth. Keep the fossils from that kind of rebirth. We have wind and we have water and the power of the infinite sun. Sustainability, it's good for you and me. Sustainability keeps us safe and keeps us free. Sustainability, it's good for the planet too. Sustainability keeps the earth green and blue. Leave the dinosaurs in the ground. Keep the fossils from being found. We have wind and we have water and the power of the infinite sun. We've more than just begun, an idea whose time has come. Oh. So, my father, when I was young, when we were kids, teenagers, and my parents were always very, very supportive of me doing music. My father was a classical violinist, and he taught me my first guitar chords when I was about 10 years old, and they were always supportive of me doing music. And one of my sisters, too, and she didn't want to do music, but she liked it, but not like that, not like I do. But my brother had passion for music, and he wanted to major in music, and my father discouraged him from doing that. And I guess because my father wasn't a full-time musician, I think what he did was he projected his own insecurity, financial insecurity on my brother. Oh, if you have a family and da-da-da-da-da. And I guess he figured I'd find a husband. I got 3. So I'm on my 3rd one. And my husband's very wonderful. And, we're just different, it's not that we're not equal, but we're different. And so I was in the pool one day, and he didn't used to really go swimming with me that often, but whenever I would be in the pool, he would come down and he would get the nets out and he would be cleaning, and I'm like swimming around, and then I went up to the side right where he's doing the net, and I said, James, and I asked him a question, and he goes, I'm doing something. It's like, you can't answer a question while he's doing this. So I go, oh, that's right. Now, I just made the song up. Not the whole thing on the spot, of course, but I started to write it, and it's called The Male Brain. Now, I do rectify myself in the song, but it is scientifically proven that, generally speaking, for every 1,000 words a man says, women say 2,000 or 3,000 words. So we're just more communicative. And I think it supposedly has to do when they would go out and they would, hunt. So they had to go in the woods and be quiet so that they wouldn't scare away the fish or the animals. But anyway, it's called The Male Brain. It goes like this. Never ask a man a question when he's doing something. Only ask a man a question when he's doing nothing. It's the male brain. It makes me insane. Multitask, they can't multitask, so I'll have to wait to ask. Never tell a man a story when he's in his glory, focusing on one thing and the money that it might bring. It's the male brain, makes me insane. Multitasking is hell, so I have to wait to ask or tell. And here's where I rectify myself. I can be conscious, I can be kind. I'm filled with awareness when I'm using my mind. So the male brain helps me choose to refrain from saying every little gosh darn detail that's going on in my brain. You know what I'm talking about. Never ask a man a question when he's doing something. Only ask a man a question when he's doing nothing. When he's doing nothing. And there's two endings. Ending one. And nothing is something, or he's always doing nothing. Take your pick. Oh. And this is one of the songs I know I did this online, but I'm going to do it again. It's one of my favorites. And one of the things that happened during COVID for me was I started to sing almost every Wednesday night at Unity in Sarasota for their Wednesday night music and inspiration. And so what they did was whatever the daily word was for the day, they would focus the whole talk and the meditation around that. And I would do 5 songs. One song, I was always allowed to do that one. So I would come up with 4 songs every week. And the reason that they only had about maybe 6 people total that were allowed in the building when COVID first started. So that's why I got to play there so often. But it was so great because it gave me something to be inspired about. So whatever the daily word was. So this one time, the daily word was the word breakthrough. And, I did the S training, and I already knew that a breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. I mean, you can have an epiphany, and all of a sudden, wow, that's a breakthrough. But typically, we kind of hit bottom, and then something shifts, something changes. We have a little miracle, or also known as a normacle. Right? We have one of those, and we have a breakthrough. So this is called Breakthrough. There was a breakdown in my expectations with a face frown. I was feeling desperation, looking for that shiny pearl. And then I found my inner world, deep inside and through and through. And as I entered sacred space, and feeling centered in this place, there was a breakthrough, revealing what is true, a sacred breakthrough. I got a new point of view. There was a breakthrough, breaking through and through. There was a breakdown, everything went wrong, and with a face frown, I began to write this song, looking for that shiny pearl. And then I found my inner world, deep inside and through and through. As I entered sacred space and feeling centered in this place, there was a breakthrough, revealing what is true, a sacred breakthrough. I got a new point of view. There was a breakthrough, breaking through and through. There's some confusion, this seeming limitation. It's just an illusion, this sense of separation. We're always changing and growing into more. Life's a rearranging metaphor. It took a shakedown to bring me back to me. This latest breakdown has really set me free, 'cause I found my inner world. I'm a radiating shiny pearl, deep inside and through and through. And as I enter sacred space, I'm feeling centered in this place. There is a breakthrough, revealing what is true, a sacred breakthrough. I got a new point of view. I found a breakthrough, a breakthrough, breaking through and through. There was a breakthrough. I'm knowing what is true, a sacred breakthrough. I got a new point of view. I am a breakthrough, and you are too. Breaking through and through, breaking through and through, breaking through and through. I made this one. I don't remember if this one might have been from the Daily Word. And it's called Feel Into the Heart. And I'd like to invite you to put your hand on your heart. Oh, I know when I wrote this. I wrote this in the summer of 2020. Someone that always in the news got COVID. And some of that person's fans were upset because this person wasn't getting enough empathy and sympathy. So anyway, that inspired this song. Feel into the heart. Have a little empathy, have a little sympathy. Feel into your heart. That's where our divinity reaches through infinity, when we feel into the heart. Now is the time for the changes to be made, right from wherever we are. What we hold in mind brings about in kind, when we feel into the sacred heart. Have a little empathy, have a little sympathy. Feel into your heart. That's where our divinity reaches through infinity, when we feel into the heart. The heart knows the way, it's the truth and the light. It's our guiding star deep within. The mind tells us what, the heart gives us why. No better time than now to begin to have a little empathy, have a little sympathy. Feel into your heart. That's where our divinity reaches through infinity, when we feel into the heart. When we feel into the heart. When we feel into the sacred heart. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I don't have any order here. You know what? I haven't done this song. I didn't write this. I don't know who wrote it, but it's from a movie. One of my favorite movies. And it was sung by a duo called Mitch and Mickey. You know that movie? A Mighty Wind. It's about all the folk singers. It was a mockumentary. My engineer, John Guth, who's a little older than me, and he's worked with a lot of folk singers from the early 60s, and he goes, I couldn't stand that movie. Who wanted to go back there? And I was like, I thought it was real. Great movie. But anyway, there was a duo in the movie, and it was all about all the folk singers in the 60s, and they wanted to honor the father. A son wanted to honor his father by bringing back all these folk singers for a concert in Town Hall. It's called A Kiss at the End of the Rainbow. Let me see, I haven't done it in a while. And when the veil of dreams has lifted and the fairy tales have all been told, there's a kiss at the end of a rainbow, more precious than a pot of gold. In tales of ancient glory, every knight and maiden fair shall be joined when the quest is over, and a kiss is the oath that they swear. And when the veil of dreams has lifted and the fairy tales have all been told, there's a kiss at the end of a rainbow, more precious than a pot of gold. My sweet, my dear, my darling, you're so far away from me, though an ocean of tears divides us, let the bridge of our love span the sea. And when the veil of dreams has lifted and the fairy tales have all been told, there's a kiss at the end of a rainbow, more precious than a pot of gold. More precious than a pot of gold. Your kiss, there's a kiss at the end of the rainbow, more precious than a pot of gold. Who remembers that song? Anybody? I'm the only one? Go see that movie. I don't know. It's a great movie. It's a Christopher Guest. Mitch and Mickey. Mockumentary. And did you guys see Best in Show? About the dog show? It's the same exact movie, just a little different. So they interview couples, and it's so good. And Christopher Guest, he's Jamie Lee Curtis's husband. A Mighty Wind. A Mighty Wind. Yeah. It's such a good movie. Let me see. Here's one on gratitude for Bridget. Let me see where I think I do it here. Okay. And on one of my Zoom calls, my friend Reverend Sandy Marchman, she's an older lady. She actually is a Science of Mind minister, and she used to have a church in Lake Worth a long time ago. And she did the practitioner training again. She had gone through it 4 times. You know, she would get an attitude, and then she would get off it and come back to the church. So I guess she had got an attitude. Then she wanted to come back. We had a new center had started, and great lady. And so she had to do the whole practitioner training. It's like a couple of years. You have to start from the beginning and take all the classes and then take the prac training. So it's at least 4 years. So here's her motto. Never let it lapse. Never let it lapse. I'm not letting it lapse. And so she gets on the call and she goes, well, gratitude invokes the law of increase, right? And so I I'm like, yeah, it does. Write it down. Because I had never heard that expression before. Gratitude invokes the law of increase. And right around that time was a Wednesday night at Unity in Sarasota, and the daily word was not gratitude, enthusiasm. I'm on my bike writing this song and singing out loud. I'm being enthusiastic, alive, aware, awake, enthusiastic. Let me see. Gratitude invokes the law of increase. Gratitude brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Joy invokes the law of increase. Focus on the good intent and then release. I am lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm loving my life enthusiastically. Love invokes the law of increase. Loving myself brings me inner peace. Knowing this truth enthusiastically, I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Joy invokes the law. Love invokes the law of increase. Loving myself brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. Willingness invokes the law of increase. Focus on the good intent and then release. I am lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm living my life enthusiastically. Gratitude invokes the law of increase. Loving my gratitude brings me inner peace. I'm knowing this truth enthusiastically. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. That's your part. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. I'm riding down the street on the bike. I'm lifted and I'm feeling free. 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 Thank you. Did you guys know that thoughts become things? Did you know that thoughts are things? They're just in the unformed. You know, and it's such a miracle to me. Just every time I realize that, there's always something going on, and there's always something coming from the formless through the action of spirit. There's the action part that always says yes. It just says yes to whatever that thought is, and it comes into manifestation. And so I wrote this. Oh, let's see. I think 2008. And I wrote it right when the summer was becoming fall. So we're not quite there. We have another almost third of the summer to go, but I wanted to sing this for you. It's called Thoughts Become Things. It was inspired by, I wrote a bunch of songs that were inspired by the teachers of the movie The Secret. So I'm sure everybody saw that, right? Summer into fall, winter into spring. Listen to the call, the thoughts become things. Thoughts become things, I let my wishes ring. I'm awakening, the pendulum swings to thoughts becoming things. The blessings they can bring, aware that I'm aware. My thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer. Thoughts become things. My wishes sing. Yeah. I'm affirming now, God's declaring how. Each and every hour I tap into the power of universal law. It brings a state of awe. The magic of the mind is out of space and time. Out of space and time, out of space and time. I'm opening. become things, the pleasures they can bring, the treasures of a king. I am one with everything, I am one with everything, I am one with everything. Summer into fall, winter into spring, listen to the call, the thoughts become things, 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 thoughts become things. Choose good ones. What else? What else did I do? Oh, here's one that I didn't write. You guys will remember this. I do have a show that I can do that's secular. This is one of those ones. I think most of us will remember this one. It goes like this. One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell him a hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. And call Alice when she was just small. I never knew what the words were. If you didn't ever know what the words were in this song, you're going to hear them now. When men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low, go ask Alice, I think she'll know. When logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head, remember what the dormouse said. What did the dormouse said? Feed your head, feed your head, feed your head. One more. Feed your head. Okay, I had to do it. Thanks for joining me on that last line. That's where my voice breaks hard for me. I should go, I could do opera there. So I wanted to do, this is a song I wrote for my oldies DJ husband in 1999, and I think this is one of my best songs. And I used to call him Mr. 1950s, because that's what he was. He had old Cadillacs and jukeboxes and lots of records and houses. So I made it. It's called Mr. 1950s. And I did record it with a real doo-wop group. I got a man, he's stuck in the 50s like a Cadillac DeVille with fishtail fins. Life with him is grand, and his spirit lifts me. I don't know now where I am, and he begins. I got a man, and he's a golden oldie. He's glistening and polished like shiny chrome. He takes my hand, and I love how he holds me. When I'm with him, I am never far from home. In so many ways, reliving history like when he dons his vines. And every day, there ain't no mystery why my little love light shining. I got a man, He's like an antique jukebox, put a nickel in, watch him bubble up with glee. I'm his greatest fan. He comes equipped and well-stocked. Life with him is four-part harmony. I feel the rhythm and the beat of his music, the pulsing of his high dramatic drive. And when we're dancing, we're romancing. That magic touch makes me come alive. Do-do-do-do, I got a man. He's Mr. 1950s. He's a host with the most, and he is solid gold. The future is our plan, 'cause his spirit lifts me. His loving always satisfies my soul. He's the one who has the heart of purest gold. He's Mr. 1950s rock and roll. I don't get to do that song too often. So I think I'm just going to do one more. And this is one that I wrote for, most of you were here this morning, and I taught you the spiritual mind treatment with the 5 steps: recognition, unification, realization, gratitude, and release. And I have a whole program on where I teach scientific prayer method for manifesting, and I teach that, and then there's a couple of songs that are treatment songs, and then I do 1 or 2 songs for each step. And I didn't have a step for release, except I release and I let, but I didn't write that, so, you know, it didn't work for me. So I wrote this one, and it's called I Let God. Remember I talked about we can say I let go and I let God. Well, you can let God first. Sometimes it's easier for people. So let's see. I let God and I let go, releasing into source. When I let go and I let God, I'm on a sacred course. I get out of the way as I open up to this or something more. I get out of the way as I allow the flow to enter my front door. I let God, then I let go, releasing into source. When I let go and I let God, I'm on a sacred course. There's power in the presence and the oneness of us all. There's truth and there's the essence that answers every call. I let God, then I let go, releasing into source. When I let go and I let God, I'm on a sacred course. I release my word to spirit and to universal law. I release my word to the energy as I'm held in sacred awe. I let God, then I let go, releasing into source. When I let go and I let God, I'm on a sacred course. I let God, then I let go. I let go, then I let God. I let God, then I let go. I let go, then I let God. And so it is. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy every moment. I'll see you next year, I hope.